and then the attorney was going to wire it somewhere else, like back to the settlement. And so they like messed all this stuff up, and we had been communicating with the attorney, and the attorney was blaming us, and we're like, no, we did everything that we had to do. We talked to the title company, because really technically the title company does all that money stuff. But like, you know, we communicate with all parties and we make sure everything is where it should be. And we're like, well, we communicated with the title company. They told you this and that. And then they didn't want to wire the money. Like, they had messed up because the attorney was doing title for the buyer. The buyers always get to pick the title company.
Oh, okay.
So that's so that's what. Well, in New Jersey, I don't know how it is in California.
Okay.
So so the buyers picked the title company, and the attorney really had picked the title company. So it was like this crazy mess. They needed like $8,000 more to go settle at their next. And they're like, well, we're going to send it to you. And we're like, no, like tomorrow. They said they were going to wire it to us tomorrow. I'm like, no, we can't do that tomorrow. It has to be today. They're going to a settlement. Yeah. So then like it was cool because.
And these are all things that were previously agreed upon. Correct.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow. So and that was pretty bad. And there was like people yelling in this room. The buyers are like leaving, and it's like we're trying to keep everybody calm and we're trying to figure this stuff out. The person that came from the North Jersey office from the attorney, because it wasn't the attorney himself, but it was a representative. Okay. And that person's like, I'm leaving right now. I have a lot of rush hour. I was like, you can't go anywhere. Where are you going? We're not done here. Yeah. She was just like flipping out. It was just like a crazy.
How'd that end?
It ended up well. They ended up getting the money after the fact. So when we went to the next settlement, the good thing was that they were really cool, the sellers of the property that the buyers.
So they were willing to wait, or?
Well, we did a dry settlement. So basically all papers are signed and money is not dispersed. So nobody gets paid. It's just no money gets transacted. Right. And then the sellers for the next one, for our clients, the buyers, they got to move in their stuff, because they had a good relationship.
Okay, that's cool.
And the good thing too, also, which was a saving grace, is that the people that were selling at the next settlement table or the next settlement, the wife was a realtor. So we knew the wife and she was cool, and they were building a house to move to Florida. They like a brand new house they were building. So they didn't really need to settle that same day, which was good. But that's a good scenario for something like that. Some people have to move like the day of. They have moving trucks. They have all types of stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, I always think about it. Once again, I'm not very well versed in realty. Yeah.
Yeah, real estate.
Real estate, I'm not very well versed. I don't even know the damn term. I'm not well versed in real estate, so I always think like, man, if I were to sell this house, I would have to make sure everything is up to par. And then I don't even know the process if I wanted to buy another house while this is on the market, because I can't afford 2 mortgages, and I'm just like, if this doesn't sell and I buy another house, then how's all that going to work out? But I'll get to that bridge when it happens. But
yeah, so a FSBO, for sale by owner,
is that? Yeah.
That's what's called when someone sells their own house. That's what we call it, a FSBO. So
is that like frowned upon with realtors?
It's not frowned upon. It's a good thing. Like realtors want FSBOs because, they're selling their house, and it's actually could be a complicated process, just because it's a lot of follow up. As being a realtor, you do a lot of follow up with the clients. You do follow up with all different kinds of, like the attorney, title company. You got settlement coordinators, all types of people. So it's just getting all that. And one of the things, like if you're selling your house, you want to make sure that person's qualified. For example, a person can just be coming off the street and say, hey, I can afford this house. I make so much money, blah, blah. And they can make that much money, but their credit could be crap and they won't get a mortgage. So it's like, that's what some of the things as a FSBO you want to be aware of. And then, so that's why I always recommend a realtor who knows what they're doing. And go from there.
But so far so good. You're really enjoying real estate overall. Everything's been working out.
Yeah, no, I enjoy it a lot. I get funny stories. People call me with random things. People calling me. I had a mortgage, a buyer, and the mortgage representative, she worked at my office, out of my office. So, and she calls me and she's like, "This guy's calling me and he's talking to me about Louis this, Louis that," and she's like, "I don't even know who Louis is." And then it took me,
you?
yeah, it was me. So this guy, he's like a vet. He's in the army. He flies helicopters and all that, and he's like, he always calls me Louis this, Louis that. Like, Louis, I have this question, and but she didn't know that, so he's calling her, and like, you know, as a mortgage representative, you speak to a lot of people, so. And she knew, you know, as a client, she knew him, but like she didn't make the connection from him to me, and she's like, he's talking to me, Louis this, Louis that, blah, blah. And she's like, I didn't even know who it was for a good, like, 20 minutes. And then finally I figured it out. And she's like, it's Louis, it's Louis, I got it. So it's just kind of funny.
Strange people.
Yeah.
Changing your name.
It's cool. I mean, I think it's, he does it out of endearment. So, and I got to know him. Again, that's, you know, I went through him through the whole process. So you just get those connections with people.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about as far as the reason you got involved.
Right.
Making connections with people, getting involved in the community.
Right.
Which you're doing with the food drive coming up.
Right.
And all that stuff. So you came to California.
Yep. No.
Finally. San Diego anyway, because you've been to Sacramento?
No, San Francisco.
Close enough.
Yeah, I went to San Francisco, and I've been to Anaheim before when I was younger, yeah. So,
well, now you're, as an adult, San Diego. Had a good time?
Yes, I did have a good time. I went to the zoo. I went to just like Balboa Park, Gaslamp District. Where else did I go? You probably know more.
Hiking.
Hiking, yes.
Had a bunch of food.
Yes, I ate a lot. You probably think I'm fat.
No, not at all. I eat like that all the time.
Do you?
That's why I am fat.
No.
What else we do? Had a ton. Had a good time. A lot of drinking.
A lot
more drinking than I've done in a long time. So.
Yeah, same. I don't really drink.
I'm kind of glad you're going home because I need a break.
Yeah, me too.
My body is screaming.
I gotta get to work. People are calling me and they're like, "When are you gonna be doing? When are you back?" I told everybody I'm leaving. You know, and my dad actually, he's a realtor too, so I'm starting kind of like a family thing and a Latino team. Like, I want to have like a full service for the Latino community. If you need a contractor that speaks Spanish, if you need a mortgage person that speaks Spanish, if you need whatever it is that you need, I want to have the right people in place that are dependable, reliable. So going back to my dad, Angel, he actually he works part-time. He works for the IRS. Most people get scared. Oh, the IRS.
He's been working there for a while, right?
Yeah, like 20, 25 years, I think now. So
I need to talk to him. I'm joking.
Oh, you need to. No. I was about to say. I was like, oh, okay. So my dad, he does this part-time. He's a case advocate. So he basically helps people who have, like their identity stolen, that's kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
So he actually helps people. He doesn't collect the money, but going back to, him working with me, it's like we work together. So like sometimes if I can't show a property or if, he, or vice
He'll
versa.
Go in their place.
Or vice versa.
Right.
Yeah. So we just help each other. And that's another thing. I'm working on building my own team. So if anybody's actually interested in, seeing what real estate is like in the Philly, New Jersey, because you can be in Philly as well. And, we can find a way to help each other in that sense as well. So you can be a liaison in Philly, and then I could be someone in Jersey and still do that sort of connection. So there's a lot of different options that people don't realize that you can do as a realtor. You can actually get your license and be a referral agent. A referral agent is someone that actually will just refer people. So, for example, I'm actually in the business working and I work with clients directly. If you're a referral person, you basically now you meet people and they say, oh, I want to buy a house. Or, oh, hey, I want to sell my house. Do you know anyone? And you say, yeah, I know the perfect person. Let me refer you to this agent that I know that does a great job and services the client. and then you just basically get a portion of that when
Nice.
that
Okay.
property sells. So that's another option people don't even know that they have.
So it's almost like marketing a little bit with a little commission.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's another way that you can actually get into real estate without actually being in real estate, or depending if you just want to get your toes wet, or if you have friends and family that basically, want to buy and sell, and you'd be like, hey, let me refer you to this person.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Well, we're coming up towards the end of the podcast. Obviously, there was a ton of gems dropped with real estate, a lot of terms that maybe some people might not get into, but
Right.
that's why they follow your page.
Yep.
Tell them where to find you. Tell them
Sure.
what your channel is going to be called. I don't know if you have a name. I
I
put you
don't-
on the spot.
Yeah, I don't
So-
have a name, so be on the lookout for that. But once it is released, it's going to be at Agent Luis.Ortiz. My Instagram is at Agent Luis.Ortiz. My Facebook, you can find me at Agent Luis.Ortiz. You can find me at, just searching my name, Luis.Ortiz. But it's very common. So usually if you put at Agent Luis.Ortiz, I'll come up. And it's just, just a headshot of me. And then my personal Facebook page actually has a flag, the Puerto Rican flag behind me. So, yeah.
There you go. Everything you need to know will be on those pages. What else? There was a couple other things I wanted to add before we take off.
Not sure.
You add a bunch of gems.
Oh yeah, so
Facebook.
also, again, if you're in the Philly, New Jersey area and you want
There
to
you
do
go.
the food drive, let me know. I can do that as well. If you want to help in any type of way, even dropping off bags, collecting bags, if you want to just donate in general, anything, however you want to be a part of that, you can do that.
And you'll be having a flyer put out soon, right?
Yeah,
With all the items that you will be accepting.
Yeah, non-perishable items, like cans and all stuff that just doesn't go bad. So there'll be a whole list that I'll put out. And so, you don't have to go shopping. There's a lot of things that you might have in your pantry that you're just like, I never eat this and I bought it. Might as well, give it to someone who's going to use it.
There you go.
Mhm.
And one more thing. Jesus, what was I going to say? Oh, if you are looking to buy a home
Yeah.
in Philly, in Jersey right now,
Right.
and soon to be Philly.
But also, I know a lot of people in Philly, so
Look at
that
that.
can help
He's
you.
even giving his commissions away. So if you guys want to look up Lewis, he gave you his handles. I'll have everything in the show notes for you.
Yeah.
And yeah, I hope you guys learned something. I appreciate you coming on the podcast. And I appreciate you coming out to California.
Yeah,
It
no
was a
problem.
good time, man.
Yeah, I
Since
had a great
second
time.
grade.
Yeah.
We lost for everybody looking for some contacts. We lost contact for a little while.
Yeah.
We've always said hi here and there, but you grow apart. But hey, since second grade, we still hanging out. We still kicking it
Yeah.
all the way on the West Coast now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
no, I had a great time. I'm glad that I came. We got to reconnect a little bit differently, from I saw you with the Block is Back. When was that?
that was in July.
July. It doesn't even seem like it was July. It's like around the corner, but yeah, so I saw you then. It was nice seeing you, and I'm connecting with your mom who does,
Yeah, getting business.
Yes.
Keeping everything in the family.
Exactly. So it's fantastic. And like I said, and if anybody has any real estate questions, realtor, want to be a realtor, not a realtor, just buy, sell, anything real estate. I gotcha.
I'll have all the links and stuff in the show notes. And yeah, so appreciate it.
Yeah.
was
Thank
fun.
you so much.
And we're going to go do stuff
Yeah.
until your flight tonight. So thanks for listening, guys.
All right. Thanks.
And that was the podcast, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did recording it. Lewis dropped a lot of gems, as I said in the intro of the podcast, so I hope you guys took a lot of notes. If not, it's not like this podcast is going to expire or be deleted, so go back and listen to the parts that you think it'll help you the most. And if all else fails, you can always contact Lewis, and I'll have all his contact information in the show notes, so be sure to check those out. And while you're in the show notes, be sure to give this podcast a rating, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family, share it all across the place, because we keep growing our numbers. Every week we got more and more downloads from more and more people all across the world, not just the United States. So I appreciate everybody tuning in and listening. As always, if you want to contact me, you can do so at limelighthighlight@gmail.com. Send me an email.